Hello everyone, this is Payal Vaja. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss about common ingredients of culture media and types of culture media, part 1. So let's get started. These are the list of contents we will discuss in this video. First one is define culture media. Next one is what is the criteria must the culture medium meet? Importance of culture medium, common ingredients of media, types of culture media based on physical state. They are divided on three types: solid state, liquid state, and semi solid state. First one is what is culture media? Culture medium, a nutrient material prepared for the growth of microorganism in a laboratory is called as a culture medium. So what is culture medium? A nutrient material that is prepared for growth of any microorganisms that is present in the laboratory, that is called as culture medium. So any nutrient material that is particularly required for growth of microorganism, that is called as culture medium. Next one is what is inoculum? Microbes that are introduced into a culture medium to initiate growth, that are called as inoculum. So inoculum is microbes that are particularly introduced into the culture medium. For which purpose? Microbes that are introduced into the culture medium to initiate the growth of microbes, that is called as inoculum. What is culture? The microbes that grow and multiply in or on a culture medium, that are referred to as a culture. We already discussed what is culture medium and what is inoculum. So what is culture? The microbes that are grow and multiply. So first of all, microbes are grow, and after growing they are multiply in or on a culture medium, that is called as culture. Where microbes are growing and multiply, that is called as culture. What criteria must the culture medium meet? So what type of criteria is required, or what criteria must the culture medium meet? It must contain the right nutrients for the specific microorganism we want to grow. So, which type of culture medium is required, or which type of criteria is particularly required for the culture medium? So, it must contain right nutrients for specific microorganism we want to growing. It should also contain sufficient moisture, a properly adjusted pH, and a suitable level of oxygen, perhaps none at all. That means, in first step, it must contain right nutrients, particularly for microorganism growing purpose. Second one is, it should also contain sufficient moisture, sufficient pH, and suitable level of oxygen is also required. The medium must initially be sterile. So culture medium is maintained completely sterile. The growing culture should be incubated at the proper temperature. So growing culture should be incubated at proper temperature. So maintain the temperature also during culture, during growing culture. Importance the culture medium. What is the importance of culture medium? First one is for isolation and identification of microorganism. So why culture medium is required or significance of culture medium? First one is culture medium that is useful for isolation and identification of any microorganism. Second one is for determination of antibiotic sensitivity for pathogenic microorganism. So that is also useful for determination of antibiotic sensitivity. If microorganisms are sensitive to antibiotics, so microorganisms are not grow. But microorganisms are not sensitive to any antibiotics, so they will grow. So that is easily determined if antibiotics are sensitive, particularly for any microorganism, or microorganisms are particularly sensitive for any antibiotics or not. For sterility study of parenteral products. So culture medium also required for sterility study of any parenteral dosage forms, microbial analysis of food and water, for environmental control that is also required, and for antibiotic and vitamins assay. So performing antibiotic and vitamins assay, culture medium is also required. And last one is preparation of industrial and products that are used for immunization. So that is useful for preparation of industrial and products that are particularly useful for immunization, immunity enhancement purpose. Common ingredients of culture medium or which type of excipient we will use in culture medium preparation. First one is main excipient is water. To prepare a medium for cultivation of microorganism in distilled water. So first step is to prepare a medium for cultivation of microorganism in distilled water. So prepare medium particularly for cultivation of any microorganism. So medium is prepared in a distilled water. Second one is it can supply some hydrogen and hydroxy ion in certain chemical reactions. So water supply some hydrogen as well as hydroxy ion in some chemical reactions. It provides vehicles for inward flow of nutrients and outward secretion or excretions. That means water also provides vehicle for inward flow of nutrients as well as outward secretion of nutrients. So water, they are main excipient or main vehicle for the cultivation of microorganism, and it can supply hydrogen as well as hydroxy ion in chemical reactions, and it provide vehicle particularly for inward flow of nutrients as well as outward flow. All enzymatically controlled chemical reactions that occur within the cell occur only in the presence of adequate amount of water. That means all enzymatic controlled chemical reactions, they will occur within the cell because they only occur in the presence of adequate amount of water. So all enzymatic controlled chemical reaction they occur within the cell because all the chemical reactions required presence of adequate amount of water. So water already present in the cell. The quality of water used in preparing media that is important. So sterile water is required to prepare culture media. Second one is or second ingredient is malt extract. First of all, what is malt extract? Malt extract is a dehydrated extract of malt for use in preparing microbiological culture media in laboratory. So malt extract, it is a dehydrated extract of malt that are particularly useful for microbiological culture medium preparation. Malt extract is a clarified water soluble extract of malted barley. What is the exact meaning of malt? So malt extract, it is a sugar that is extracted from malted grains, and malt extract comes in the two forms. First one is liquid forms or dry malt extract. So liquid malt extract is a thick sugary syrup while dry malt extract is a dry powder. So malt extract they it is a sugar extract from the malted grain and they are divided into two types, liquid or dry malt extract. Liquid malt extract is a thick sugary syrup while dry malt extract is a dry powder. That is regarding malt extract. So malt, it is a germinated cereal grain that has been dried in a process that is known as a malting. So malt, it is a one type of germinated cereal grains that has been dried in a process that is called as a malting. And the grain is made to germinate by soaking in a water and is then halted from germinating further by drying with hot air. That is regarding malt extract. So malt extract, it is a brownish yellow color, homogeneous powder. Malt extract, it is a brownish yellow in color and it is a homogeneous powder. It is prepared from aqueous extract of sprouted, sprouted malt grains and dried at low temperature to preserve nutrients that is present in the form of carbohydrates and nitrogenous substances. That means malt extract, it is prepared from aqueous extract of sprouted sprouted malt grain and that is dried at low temperature, particularly for preserve nutrients that are present in form of carbohydrates and nitrogenous substances. It is carbohydrate source. So malt extract that is brownish yellow in color, homogeneous powder, it is prepared from aqueous extract of sprouted malt grain and that is dried at low temperature, particularly for preserve nutrients that are already present in form of carbohydrates as well as nitrogenous substances, and malt extract it is a carbohydrate sources. What is meat extract? It is prepared from fresh lean meat. So what is fresh lean meat? Lean meats are meats with relatively low fat content that is called as fresh lean meat. So meat extract, it is prepared from fresh lean meat. It is important for growth of fastidious microorganism. We already discussed what is fastidious microorganism. So particularly meat extract, it is important for growth of fastidious microorganism. Meat extract is yellowish brown color powder which having a agreeable meat like odor and taste. So meat extract that is prepared from fresh lean meat. It is particularly important for growth of fastidious microorganism. It is yellowish brown color powder having a agreeable meat like odor as well as taste. It is rich in minerals, organic micronutrients, proteins as well as carbohydrates. That is regarding meat extract. What is peptone? It is an enzymatic digest of lean protein or other protein material such as heart muscle, casein, fibrin or a soya flour. So, peptone is an enzymatic digest of lean protein or other protein material such as heart muscles, casein, fibrin or a soybean. It is an important nitrogen source. Peptone is an important nitrogen source. The important constituents are protease, amino acid, a variety of inorganic salts, including phosphates, potassium, and magnesium, and certain accessory growth factors, including nicotinic acid and riboflavin. So, the important constituent of peptones are protease, amino acid, variety of inorganic salts, including phosphates, potassium, magnesium, and various growth factors like nicotinic acid and riboflavin. It also possesses a buffering capacity. So that is also possess buffering capacity. What is yeast extract? It is a prepared from washed cell of Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So it is prepared from Saccharomyces. The cells are cultivated under controlled condition to retain vitamin content and other nutritive value like free amino acids. So yeast extract. So cells are cultivated under controlled condition which retain vitamin content as well as other nutritive values like free amino acid. It is a rich source of vitamin B, amino acid as well as certain trace elements. So yeast extract, that is the rich source of vitamin B as well as amino acid and various trace elements. Regarding agar, agar is a mucilaginous substance that is extracted from algae Gelidium corneum. So agar, that is a mucilaginous substance and that is extracted from algae Gelidium corneum. It is a sulfuric acid ester of linear galactone. It is the solidifying agent of media. So agar, that is particularly useful for solidifying medium. It has a non-nutritional value in a media. So agar doesn't contain any nutritional value in a media. It has a unique physical properties and a bacteria can't metabolize it. So it has a unique physical property and bacteria can't metabolize agar. Complex polysaccharide that is derived from marine algae. That is regarding agar. So agar is a mucilaginous substance that is extracted from algae Gelidium corneum. It is solidifying agent of media. It has no nutritional value in a media, and bacteria can't metabolize agar. Last one is complex polysaccharide that is derived from a marine algae. It is used as a solidifying agent for a culture media in petri plate, slant, and dips. So, agar, importance of agar or main use of agar is it is used as a solidifying agent for culture media that is present in the petri plate, slant, as well as dips. Generally, not metabolized by microbes. So agar generally not metabolized by microbes. They are liquefied at 100 degree centigrade temperature and they are solidified at 40 degree centigrade temperature. So agar they are act as a solidifying agent for culture media in petri plate, slant and dips. First one, what is slant? When they are allowed to solidify with the test tube, they held at an angle so that a large surface area of for growth is available. That is called as slant. So what is slant? When or particularly for solidifying purpose, test tube is held at an angle. So that a large surface area for growth is available. That is called as slant. So test tube is put in the test tube stand horizontally. That is called as a slant. What is dip? When the agar solidify in a vertical tube. That is called as a dip. That means take a one test tube and that is position in a maintain in a vertical position and agar is solidified in a vertical tube. It is called as a dip. What is Petri dish? It is named for their inventor. They are shallow dishes with a lid that nest over the bottom to prevent contamination. They are called as Petri over culture plate. That means Petri dish, they are a shallow dish with a lid. Petri dish, that is a shallow dish which contains a lid that nest over the bottom to prevent any type of contamination. Types of culture media. So, classification based on following factor. First one is physical state. They have a three subtypes: liquid, semi-solid, and solid culture media. Based on chemical composition, that have a two subtypes of culture media: synthetic media as well as complex media. And last one is functional type that have a various subtypes like enrichment, culture media, selective media, differential media, transport media, as well as anaerobic media. According to physical state, first one, solid media. First type is solid media. Solid media are solidified fluid media dispensed in plastic or glass petri plate. So solid media, they are a solidified fluid media that is dispensed in a plastic or a glass petri plates. When agar is added to solidify the nutrient broth, the product is called nutrient agar. What is nutrient agar? When agar is added to solidified nutrient broth, we already discussed what is nutrient broth. So any agar particularly useful for solidify nutrient broth that is called as nutrient agar. Agar is used as a solidifying agent and that is added in a concentration of 1.5% to give the medium the consistency of firm jelly. So agar act as a solidifying agent and added in a concentration of 1.5% to give the consistency like jelly structure. Advantages and uses. First one is it is of great value because it allows separate colony formation. That is regarding advantages and uses of agar. So it have a great value. Why? Because it allows to separate colony formation. Colonic morphology enable many bacterial species to be identified presumptively. So, colonic morphology that enables many bacterial species to be identified by presuming a film made from the colony and stained by Graham's method establishes the microscopic feature of bacterium gram positive or gram negative like coccus or a bacilli. So film that is made from colony, it is stained by Graham's method and easily identify bacteria is gram positive or gram negative by performing gram staining method. What is quantitation? Quantitation means the number and relative proportion of different bacterial species originally present in the specimen that can be estimated. So number and relative proportion of different bacterial species that is originally present in specimen, they are easily estimated. It is called as quantitation. Next one is what is pure culture? They can be obtained by packing isolated bacterial colony on the fresh solid medium necessary for full investigation. So pure culture is they can be obtained by packing isolated bacterial colony. So isolated bacterial colony, it is packed on the fresh solid medium that is necessary for full investigation purpose. That is called as pure culture. Medium, example of solid medium is, first one is nutrient agar. Main constituent of nutrient agar is nutrient broth as well as agar in general use is act as a general culture. Second one is example of solid state is blood agar. Main constituent of blood agar is nutrient agar and 5 to 10% horse blood. Use is general culture preparation as well as that is used mainly in medical bacteriology. Last one is example of solid state medium is antibiotic sensitivity. Main constituent is peptone in a semi-synthetic medium to avoid antibiotic inhibitors and use is antibiotic sensitivity test is performed. That is regarding example of solid state media. Second one is liquid media. It is dispensed in a tubes with compressed paper or a cotton wool, stoppers or in a screw capped bottles. So liquid media, it is dispensed in a tubes with compressed paper or a cotton wool, stoppers or in a screw capped bottle to prevent any type of contamination and to maintain sterility. Growth is recognized by turbidity in fluid. If microbial growth is occur, so that is easily identified by turbidity present in the fluid. If growth is doesn't occur, so fluid is remain transparent. Uses of liquid media. Some bacteria, particularly if present in a small numbers, of specimens which contains inhibitory substance, which are diluted by inoculation into a fluid medium, allowing bacterial growth. So some bacteria that is present in the small numbers and a specimen which contains the inhibitory substance which are diluted by inoculation into a fluid medium which allowing bacterial growth. And fluid medium with a special constituents are widely used to test the biochemical activities of bacteria for identification. So, specimen which contain the inhibitory substance, they are diluted by inoculation into the fluid medium for allowing the bacterial growth, and fluid medium with special constituents are widely used to test biochemical activities of bacteria for identification purpose. Examples of liquid medium. First one is peptone water. Medium is peptone water. Main constituent is peptone, NaCl and water. And uses of peptone water medium is it acts as a general culture medium preparation, basal medium for sugar fermentation test. Next one is Next medium is Robertson's meat medium. Main constituent of medium is nutrient broth as well as minced meat. Uses of Robertson meat medium is culture of aerobic and anaerobic bacteria. Last one is nutrient broth. Main constituent of nutrient broth is are peptone water and meat extract, and use of nutrient broth is general culture preparation. That is regarding liquid medium. That all are the examples of liquid medium. Third one is semi-solid agar. All are the examples of based on physical stat. Reducing the amount of agar to 0.2 to 0.5%, which renders a medium semi-solid. For solid consistency, we add 1.5 to 2% concentration of agar, while for semi-solid purpose, reducing the amount of agar from 2% to 0.2 to 0.5%. Such a media are fairly soft. Semi-solid agar is a soft in nature. They are useful in demonstrating bacterial motility and separating motile from non-motile strain. So, semi-solid agar, they are useful in demonstrating or identify bacterial motility if bacteria are motile or a non-motile by U-tube and Krajis tube. So, semi-solid agar particularly useful for identify bacterial motility and separate the bacteria from motile and separating the bacteria motile from the non-motile strain. Certain transport media such as Stewart's and Amis media are semi-solid in a consistency. Huge and Lepson's oxidation fermentation test medium. All are the example of semi-solid media. First one is certain transport media like Stouts and Amis media. They contain the semi-solid in nature. Second one is Hutch and Lepson's oxidation fermentation test medium, that is the example of semi-solid media. And last one is mannitol motility medium are also a semi-solid media. Thank you.